said I'm trying to pull up on ya. I'm headed that way.
Hi, I'm Kimchi. I love traveling, but there is something extra special about going solo. It is just you, your thoughts, and the freedom to wander wherever your heart takes you. And this time I'm in Osaka, Japan, but instead of chasing the most popular tourist spots, I'm on a mission to find those quiet, local gems, the kind of places that make you fall in love with Japan for all the peaceful reasons. And this is part 1 of my Osaka series. Let's get started.
How you turn your back on me like I ain't Timothy? I'm in my feelings, you hurt my ego. I didn't cut my old hoes off, I left for zero.
I landed in Osaka around 4 p.m. and by the time I got to my hotel, it was already past 6 and I was starving. I quickly googled nearby restaurants with 4 stars or more and I found this cozy looking izakaya just a few minutes away, but I'm not gonna lie, those first few hours in Japan were pretty overwhelming. My brain hadn't switched to Japanese mode yet and the menu was entirely in Japanese and I had to rely on broken Google Translate to order, where I got yakisoba, tamagoyaki, which is Japanese rolled omelette, and a soda, and I totally forgot how big portions in Japan can be, so of course I couldn't finish it all. I felt so bad that I actually apologized on my way out. It was also my first time experiencing the concept of otoshi, which is a small appetizer served as a sort of cover charge. Mine was a daikon soup and it was about 600 yen. I only understood what it was later when I checked my receipt. So after dinner, I still had some energy, so I headed to Shinsaibashi, which is Osaka's main shopping district. I stumbled into Kitty Land inside Parco Mall, and oh my god, everything was so cute! I saw this Miffy hair clip that I loved, but I hesitated, and when I went back another day, it was gone. So lesson learned, if you see something you like, buy it right away. And of course I had to see the iconic Lego Men sign and all the crazy neon lights. It was packed with tourists, but still so fun to see. That's it for day 1. Day 2 was one of the highlights of my trip because I went to the Mama Awards at Kyocera Dome. But before the concert, I needed lunch, so I wandered around and stumbled into this random ramen shop with just a few counter seats. The broth was anchovy-based, which was super unique, and I ordered a shiashu rice bowl on the side, which is baby sardines with plum over rice. And it was heaven. The plum sourness balanced out the salty sardines, and the rice just tied everything together. Well, I couldn't finish it all, but it honestly made me so happy. And I spent the entire afternoon at Kyocera Dome for the concert. And by the time I got back to the hotel, it was already 8 o'clock and I was starving. So I walked around near my hotel and found a super quiet izakaya that wasn't even on Google Maps. You ordered through a QR code and thankfully, some parts were in English. And here is what I got. Raw octopus with wasabi. Well, it was kind of way too strong for me. Grilled pork belly skewer with ponzu sauce. It was so juicy and balanced. It was definitely my favorite. I also got a salted skirt steak. It was decent but nothing special. And this is the highlight. The umeboshi gohan, which is rice soaked in water with pickled plum, seaweed, and wasabi. It was like Japan's version of chicken soup, warm, comforting, and perfect after a long day. I also got a chicken breast with raw egg. Well, it was not great and honestly pretty dry, so I would definitely skip that one. But all in all, the meal blew me away, and I kept thinking, how is it that every random meal here tastes this good? For day 3, I decided to go to Umeda, which is a pretty touristy area. I tried out a sushi spot that I found on TikTok, the original Buchikiri Sushi, and I got a lunch set with 7 pieces of sushi, also ordered an extra sashimi and a miso soup. And I hate to see this, but the sushi wasn't it. It didn't taste fresh, and honestly, I've had better sushi in random places in the US. Well, it wasn't terrible, but it was just super underwhelming, especially for $20. Well, after that, I wandered down E Street and found a claw machine shop with the most bizarre prices. I made my way to Okimachi Park. Well, it was a weekend and I finally saw some families and kids running around. It was the most human moment of the trip. Well, I just sat there with a 7-Eleven smoothie and just chilled. Well, sometimes doing nothing is everything. And dinner was a convenience store haul. And yes, the hype is real. It was so inexpensive, quick, and so tasty. And definitely smelled amazing. Very soft, very buttery. And day 4, I decided to try the Soba, the same place that G-Dragon and other celebs have visited in Osaka. There was already a line at 11 AM on a weekday, so I waited 40 minutes, and while the Soba wasn't anything mind-blowing, the experience made it worth it. And after lunch, I went to Namba Yasaka Jinja, a Shinto shrine known for its giant lion head stage. It was cool but very touristy, so I searched for something quieter, and that's when I found Shitenno-ji, a Buddhist temple, and it was exactly what I needed. It was one of the oldest temples in Japan, with peaceful sub-temples, gardens, and even a turtle pond. I stayed for a good 2 hours just walking around. I recently lost someone very close to me, very suddenly, and being there gave me a kind of comfort I didn't know that I needed.
Station number K16. Passengers can transfer here to the Nagahori Tsurumi Ryokuchi line. The doors on the right side will open. Please be careful of the train doors.
And later in the evening, I had a hair appointment at a salon called Kyocera in Shinsaibashi. I went for a cut and a cold perm, and my stylist, Sato, was incredibly detailed, but no matter what he did, my hair stayed straight. Well, to be fair, he did warn me that my hair was too beautiful to perm, and now I get what he meant. He even gave me a discount because the hair didn't turn out the way that we expected. But honestly, he was amazing, and I would definitely go back to him for a color next time, so check him out. That is part 1 of my Osaka solo trip. Unexpected meals, quiet moments, and mini adventures everywhere. And in part 2, I'm heading out to explore even more hidden spots, try more incredible food, and find a few places that completely stole my heart. And see you next week.